Hey there, welcome back to another segment where we're going to address a commonly asked question. And today that question is, how did we end up running a children's home? I didn't realize this, but a lot of people believe that we came over here with this purpose in mind, or that we are with an organization where there was sort of an existing home for kids. And so people who have sort of followed along with our journey from the beginning know that that's not what happened, but I'm going to go ahead and share a little bit of that experience now to clear up any confusion. So we came in August of 2019. We had only the tiniest inkling from an impression that God put on my heart to be praying for these children in Thailand that He was going to connect us with. I didn't know what capacity that would be in, but we began praying for them. So about a month and a half after we arrived in Thailand, we were asked to take in two kids from a slum in Bangkok, and they are Wind and Sky. And so we had Wind and Sky as our only two Thai children for I think 9 months, and then we got 3 more, and then shortly after that we got another one. So by the time we had been in Thailand for 1 year, we ended up with 6 kids, and it became very clear very quickly that this is what God had brought us for. Aside from the fact that He brought us here to do a work on us, to show us just what a mess we were, and to do a redemptive work in our own hearts. This was the work that He had put before us. And so He really gave us this desire to work toward establishing a home for these at-risk, high-risk children. So these kids are high risk for things like being ending up in prostitution or ending up in the human trafficking ring. They're just come from all sorts of different backgrounds, all sorts of different experiences, and what they need is a safe place to grow up, but also to have an encounter with God, an opportunity to learn who He is and to decide for themselves whether or not they believe in Him, want to serve Him, want to share about Him. And so that's what God put on our hearts. And in December of 2020, we found this property, and actually I think it was in October of 2020 we found this property, and then by December we had moved in. So at that point we still had 6 Thai children. By April we added 3 more, and then by July 2 more. So by the end of our second year here, we had 11 children. Then this year in 2022, we grew by 14. We have 25 now. So this is not something that we came over expecting to do. This is not something that that was already established here, and that we're stepping into these roles. This is literally something that God brought us across the world, and then He has put all of these pieces together. He's provided every step of the way, the desire, the willingness to do it, the piece of property, because before we moved here, we were living in a house in town, and there really was no yard. We had a gate that everything inside that gate was concrete. He's provided the money. We have no jobs. We don't fundraise. He's provided absolutely everything that we need in each new phase. And so since moving here, we've been able to develop this property a little bit. We have a boys and a girls dorm now. We have a chapel. We have staff housing, which was already here. And so what we're looking at now is we've got some rice paddies that are backfilled, or like 3/4 of a rice paddy that's backfilled, and we are soon hope to draw up plans for putting a large house where we have a boys' wing and a girls' wing that are separate from each other and able to sort of close them off. and then our living quarters and like our bedroom and everything in the middle. And so that's the direction that we're moving in at this point. And in order to get us all back under one roof. Right now, we live on this side of the pond. We have all of the little kids in our house with us, and then the school-aged kids are across the pond in the dormitories. And it's working, and we're very, very thankful for the space, but we're really hopeful that we can get all under one roof. I think that'll simplify just life, give them more of a normal family life, make it a little bit easier on us so we're not back and forth so much. But that is how this came to be. As it unfolds, God only gives us the light for the step we're on. We almost never know what's just ahead, and things are constantly changing. So I wouldn't say that we've adjusted to that, but it's not so shocking to us now whenever things change on a dime. But anyway, that is how we ended up running a children's home. And it's been amazing to watch God's provision, and just the way that He orders our steps, and He gives us the desire for the moment that we're in. So anyway, we will see you next time.